Alrighty, guys. As you all probably have heard by now, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash, and I didn't really want to talk about it on my channel, man. I really didn't. The main reason is, I just want to not bring it to make anybody sad or anything. It's something that hurt a lot. It, it's just something you don't see every day, and that's what it boils down to. You don't know when your time is up, coming. You don't know. So always hug your loved ones and like hang out with them as much as you can, because you never know when your time comes or when their time comes. And Kobe, his time was very unfortunate. That uh, I just couldn't believe it. This is how I figured it out though. I went to sleep, and then it was in the middle of the day. Went to sleep, woke up at 4ish. My mom texted me and was like, Kobe Bryant and his daughter died in a helicopter crash. I'm like, what? And then I got the ESPN notification, and I'm like, oh my god. That is just, oh my. I did not have an initial reaction. I just thought it was fake. Dead. I thought it was fake. Let me just get that out. I thought it was fake, but it wasn't. It's That's why I didn't stream that day, because it was an emotional day for everybody, I presume. So yeah, and a lot of YouTubers didn't stream or didn't make videos for a few days, which is which is understandable, very. You don't want to be emotional on your channel and get everybody else crying in your stream or in your videos, so it's always best to not mention that. But at the same time, Kobe was a very good person. Me personally, I was a Lakers fan. I was a Lakers fan because of him. Not because of my dad or anything like that. No, it was because of Kobe. But the bad thing is I never actually been able to get a Kobe jersey, and I probably never will, because it's pretty much $1 billion friggin' dollars. So I'm not about to spend that much money on it, because I'm basically fucking broke. So yeah. But things happen. I want to say rest in heaven to all, rest in peace to all those that died in the helicopter crash. It's very unfortunate. It's something that's not expected, but it is what it is. But the thing that I did not like was the fact the Lakers actually postponed their game. That is just, that's okay. People say it's honoring Kobe, but that's not. That's actually dishonoring him, because he would have wanted them to play that game for him in his honor. To me, that's dishonoring him. He would have wanted them to play, and that's just how I feel. And a lot of people said the same exact thing, so I'm not the only one. But Kobe Bryant had an impact on nearly everybody. Even if you didn't know him, you've watched him play, you know anything about him. This is the biggest death. Well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be saying that. But in conclusion, it is what it is. But it's great seeing other teams doing stuff like 24-second violations and 8-second violations, and the high school team doing certain things wearing 24 and 8, and I I think Trey Young. I can't remember what his name is. I'm sorry if I got his name wrong. I'm really sorry, but he wore a number 24 jersey, if I remember correctly, or was it number 8 jersey? I don't even know, but but the Mavericks retired the number 24 jersey. So there's a lot of things that happen around the league that, I mean, this is just not something you would definitely see every day. Like this is just something that comes to a shock to almost anybody. But yeah, we're gonna get off that subject now because I just got that out of the way. I figured I might as well say something about him. Yeah. So moving on, Super Bowl prediction. Let's see here. So Chiefs and 49ers. Me personally, I'm probably end up going with the Chiefs. I mean, like, most people are going with the Chiefs unless you're a 49ers fan. But I mean, if you want to go with the 49ers, go ahead, but I just don't think the 49ers are going to be able to stop them. That's just me. They do have a great defense, though, and the Chiefs have a very improved defense. I don't know how, but they do. So there's that. So, and also, I'm not a really big fan on Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, I was last year, and I was probably one of the only people to, like, actually predict as a bold prediction that the 49ers were going to win the division, and they actually did. So, yeah. And I'm pretty much smarter than Adam Ranks, so let's just leave it at that. But I did not think the 49ers were going to go to the Super Bowl, though. I'll say that. But I'll take it. And I also said the Rams wouldn't make the playoffs. I think those were the only 2 bold predictions I got right. But Patrick Mahomes, I think he'll get like 325 plus yards, like 3 touchdowns. Jimmy Garoppolo probably have 250. Actually, no, I think he'll get more than that. I think he'll get like 300. Like, I think he might have under 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I think the 49ers defense is going to get to Mahomes. They will eventually. If they don't, then I 100% doubt they won't. So so the only thing that's kind of getting me is the only concern for the Chiefs is being down. Like, if you go down against the 49ers, like, by double digits, you're not going to come back from that. The 49ers defense is, like, unbelievable. Like, they have one of the best defenses in the league, plus they have a run game, and they'll probably just use that throughout the rest of the game if they go up double digits. I mean, that's just how it is, and that's what the 49ers did. Actually, they didn't even really do that. They just ran the ball most of the game, and they killed the Packers defense. And I don't even know what the Packers defense rank was rushing-wise, but I thought they were like a top 15 team in the league, but damn, they just got hella destroyed by that. Like, Raheem Mostert, like, nobody expected him to have that. Like, not even me. Like, you would think maybe Tevin Coleman, maybe, but no. Raheem Mostert, I mean, he's not a bad player by any means, but I never heard of him coming into this year, so it'll be interesting to see what he has in store for the Super Bowl. But I'm probably going to lean towards him having less than 100. I mean, I'm going to give him 100 plus yards rushing and a touchdown. But in the end, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm going to say Chiefs win 35-26. That's my prediction, 35-26. But I mean, if it's exactly right, if you come to this video, like, that would just be amazing. Like, I will actually, like, freaking explode if I actually get the prediction right. But to be honest, that score would be a lot better than last year, because, geez Louise, 13-3, that was the worst Super Bowl in NFL history. There is just no buts about it. Like, come on. Okay, maybe not. Okay, actually, it's probably... Okay, maybe not. The Jets and the Colts, I mean... Actually, I don't even know if that's even bad or not. I mean, it's a big upset, though. So, I guess I may have overreacted over that. But, even then... That was the worst Super Bowl I've ever seen, and that... I probably shouldn't even watch that Super Bowl. I probably should have just, you know, just... did anything but that, because that was a huge waste of time. Like, I don't even know why he would even spend that much time on that. So let's just keep it at that. And the one thing I really wanted to talk about was, like, I want to talk about Patrick Mahomes again. Like, this guy, he is something special. Like, let's just say that. Like, you just don't see that every day. Like, what he's been doing, and like, he's just been an amazing player overall. I mean, of course, everybody freaking knows that. But, yeah. My boy LaShawn McCoy's in the Super Bowl, and I'm happy for him. I hope he actually wins. And, I mean, that would just be something. I mean, he deserves a ring. I'm going to just leave it at that. He definitely deserves a ring. Terrell Suggs, oh my god, I can't stand him. But I do have a lot of respect for Suggs, though. I do. A lot more respect than Ray Lewis. But, oh shit, I just realized there's a fucking wedding going on. Well, fuck y'all. Yep. Yeah. This is fantastic, honestly. But, like I said, it is what it is. The Super Bowl. I hope it's high scoring, because I'm going to be watching it. If not, well, I just freaking wasted 5 hours of my life. So there we go. Because, I mean, the Super Bowl technically starts at 6, but they don't really start the game until like 8:30. But yeah, I mean, okay, maybe it might not start at 8:30. I don't even know what time it really starts. Like, seriously, it varies with a lot of shit going on. So we'll leave it at that. But anyway, stuff ends up like that, and but but the thing is, I really, that's all I'm gonna talk about the Super Bowl. Like, I already made my predictions and all that, but there's also other stuff I wanted to talk about as well, like the fact that Hines Ward isn't even a finalist, that pisses me off. Like, let me just say that. Like, a receiver, it's a lot harder to get in there, but the fact that they put Reggie Wayne ahead of him, like, I'm like, I might be a little biased, but at the same time, I'm right. Hines Ward was a way better player than Reggie Wayne. Reggie Wayne was benefited from Peyton Manning, who's like a top 3 quarterback all time. And there's not even an argument to that. So, if he's not in at least your top 5, you're a fucking moron. Let's just say that. But Peyton Manning, well, Reggie Wayne, I really do not think he's good. Like, he should make the Hall of Fame, but not this early. So the fact that he made it further than Hines Ward is just ridiculous. Like, Hines Ward deserves the Hall of Fame nod just about more than anybody. Like, in fact, he had a rule named after him. Like, why? Like, do people even take that into consideration? Because apparently the fuck not. But congratulations to Donnie Shell. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I mean, obviously I didn't watch him, but I know he's a safety for. I know he was a safety for the Steelers in the '70s, and like the '70s Steelers defense has probably like the most like players like in the Hall of Fame like that. Like I'm talking about the '70s Steelers, like in general, like not like all time. So don't take that like don't take that seriously. I'm trying to get on top of this build, and it probably won't fucking happen. But oh shoot, oh dang, I just knocked that person out. But anyway, congratulations to him and Troy Polamalu. If he does not make the Hall of Fame, I will freaking get pissed. And see, I mean, is Steve Atwater a finalist? I have to look that up. Or is Steve Atwater in the Hall of Fame? I don't even think he is. Well, let's see who the finalists are. Hall of Fame finalists. Wow. So Edgar and James, if I'm gonna be honest, Edgar and James does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, let me just say this. Like, he was good and all, but he wasn't great. Like, I think it's too easy to get in the Hall of Fame, but it's also hard for players that actually deserve it. Like, why? Like, Edgar and James, let me just be fair. Like, he doesn't deserve it. I think 100% Zach Thomas does. He's overdue. John Lynch, I guess. Oh yeah, Steve Atwater, 100% needs to be in the Hall of Fame. But here's who I think should make it. I mean, they say how many must be in there? This is apparently only 5 can apparently make it. I might be wrong. Yeah, I think only 5 of these players can make it. So I'm trying to see. Come on, tell me. Especially that would be comprised of 20 members in addition to 10 seniors. Are you serious? Well, like 5 modern. Okay, I was right. It was 5 modern era players. I'm sorry if you can hear my fan. I'm really sorry about that, but I need the fan on. So yeah, 5. But let's go through this. Troy Polamalu, he has to make it. That's a definite yes. I don't think Richard Seymour, Bryant Young, or Zach Thomas will make it. Steve Atwater for sure. I think either Torrey Holt or Isaac Bruce will get in. I mean, one of those two is going to get in. I think Tony Baselli or Alan Faneca will get in. One of those two will get in. But, in all honesty, Alan Faneca is overdue. But people don't really care about that. So, yeah. So, yeah, here's how I think about it. I think Troy Polamalu, Steve Atwater, and one of the two between Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce, they're going to have at least one wide receiver in the Hall of Fame this year. So it's going to be between Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt. And I think Steve Hutchinson will probably get the nod this year. And it'll either be between Alan Faneca and Tony Baselli. I don't think any of the others will make the Hall of Fame. But that's just me. But it's almost a try again next year. And also congratulations to Bill Cowher as well for making the Hall of Fame. And yep, I don't really have much to talk about other than that. But so here we talked about Hall of Fame, Kobe Bryant, and the Super Bowl. We've covered all that. I really don't. Okay, maybe this. I really don't understand. Like, I don't know what the hell the Steelers are going to do this offseason. There's a lot of questions surrounding whether or not we'll even be decent next year. I mean, because Ben Roethlisberger, I'm not 100% sure if he's going to be good good next year, like he could, for all I know, he can throw like freaking 30, 40 touchdowns next year, which probably won't happen. But who knows? And there's questions surrounding James Conner and his injury problems, and Jalen Samuels' inability to actually make plays. Like, people are gonna. I mean, my dad would probably disagree with that, but that's because he's an NC State fan. But all in all, that's true honesty. Like, Jalen Samuels would be a great tight end because he played tight end in college, but for some reason we just won't put him there. So that's how it boils down to. And I'm trying to get in this dang thing. Come on, bro. Really, dude? There we go. So yeah, it's... Oh wow, and it just launched me into the water. But yeah, all in all, there's a lot of questions surrounding the Steelers for this offseason. In my opinion, I think they should probably try to re-sign Bud Dupree or Javon Hargrave. I don't even think they can re-sign both of them. But I would try to get Bud Dupree and possibly a guard in free agency. Like, get an offensive lineman in free agency. That's it. Like, they don't have to go after any big names or anything like that. But, I mean, they don't even have a first-round draft pick. But they could probably get a tight end in free agency. Who knows? But they definitely have to get all three. Like, that is a must. I'm sorry, but, like, our offensive line did not play that well last year. And I've gotten a lot of hate on that Devlin Hodges video about how I talked about our offensive line, and let's just say they're pretty damn stupid. Like, they did not watch last year at all. They did not see how terrible our O-line played. They're pretty good in pass protection, but they're terrible in run blocking. That was their main problem. So they just couldn't do that. But then again, some of that might have to do with the run game. I don't know. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't, because like there's like 3 defensive linemen in the backfield before the ball is even handed off. So yeah, that is the offensive line's fault. So yeah, we might have to draft a running back this year. I mean, I've really thought for a while that we shouldn't, but I've changed my mind recently. I actually thought about it. Like, maybe we might end up taking a running back, but who knows, man? Shit's crazy nowadays. I mean, we'll probably draft something that I really hate, can't stand, and then it ends up being right. But I was right about Terrell Edmunds. That was not a good pick. Terrell Edmunds, I've even said plenty of times that that was not a good pick. We should have picked a middle linebacker in that draft, and in a way, I'm kind of glad we didn't, because we ended up getting Devin Bush the next year. So, I mean, Terrell Edmunds what I heard after the draft was that they were going to use him in packages as a middle linebacker, but they didn't do that very much. They had Vince Williams, and like it was just a terrible thing from the start. It didn't really work out with Vince Williams, and yeah. I mean, he's a good player. It's just we don't need you just don't want him on the field as your lead middle linebacker. That's all I'm saying. Like, he's a good player and all, but just it's not who you want as your starting middle linebacker. But all in all, we all miss Shazier, and he probably won't be playing next year either. So, like we've said, like year after year, oh, he might come back next year. Well, it hasn't happened, so we're just gonna assume that he's not coming back next year. I think at earliest he'll be back in the next year and a half, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure how next year's gonna go. It can go a variety of ways, but I don't think any of them is going to result in a Super Bowl, but you never know. But yeah, Mike Tomlin's not that bad of a coach. Like, I mean, we almost made the playoffs with a whole practice squad. Like, it is very unheard of. But and our defense has played lights out. And if T.J. Watt does not win Defensive Player of the Year, then that just tells you how stupid the league is. I think it's the players that vote. I don't remember. It probably is. Or it's the writers, who fucking knows. But all in all, if they give Stephon Gilmore that, I will be pissed, because he 100% does not deserve it. Like, if Shaquille Barrett wins it, I'll be like, alright. Like he played pretty fantastic for most of the year. So if they give it to him, I won't be as mad. But TJ Watt deserves it, like, the most out of anybody. Like, he has had the ability to change momentum, like, of the game in one play. Like a lot of players seem to do that, but TJ Watt, like, he just has, like, a whole different energy when he does it. Like that strip sack against the Jets, like, completely changed everything. We ended up still losing the game, but that ended up getting us to tie the game, like, after Mason Rudolph threw it to Deontay Johnson. So that is something you like to see. But at the same time, we lost. So that's what it boils down to, if you won or lost. But the thing that I'm most excited about next year is pretty much our defense. Mika Fitzpatrick and TJ Watt, Devin Bush, and Stephon Tuitt coming back. I mean, that's just... And Big Ben coming back. Maybe, I don't know. But the thing is, I really don't trust any quarterbacks in this draft. I mean, the two quarterbacks that I like are going to be gone within the first, like, 6 picks. So, like, it's like, why? Like, Justin Herbert will be gone, and Joe Burrow will definitely be gone. If he's like, if the Bengals don't choose him, then he'll just be chosen the second pick. I mean, come on. Well, actually, probably not. He'll probably fall to the... I don't even know where he's going to fall. Because if you really think about it, like, the Redskins aren't going to get him because they don't need a quarterback. They got Dwayne Haskins. And they also... And the Giants won't get him because they got Daniel Jones. So maybe the Lions will get him, or someone will trade up to get him. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, all in all, that's basically how it's going to boil down. In the draft, we don't have a first-round pick because we traded our first round to get Mika Fitzpatrick, which may have been a little too much, but it's alright. I mean, we probably were going to draft a safety to begin with. I mean, especially with the Cameron Kelly dispute. Got into he got into a, like, fight in a bar. We released him after that. Then Terrell Edmonds' poor performance, and for some stupid reason, he got 1 vote to the All-Pro team. Like, why? Like, he played absolutely horrendous. Like, it showed the last 2 games, like, how bad he actually was. Like, how do you blow coverage? Like, especially the way he does it. Like, why? Like, I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it's definitely not the hardest thing to do. I mean, this guy could have, like, easily have just moved to the side and would have prevented that touchdown to give the Bills a 7-point lead. But, you know, it's okay. It's whatever. But yeah, that's the thing that pisses me off the most. But you never know. It's always next year. And I really hope we could. I hope we win the Super Bowl. I mean, obviously, as a Steelers fan, you hope that every year, but you can't win it every year. If you do, well, shit. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I could talk about. So maybe not. There's a lot of rumors going around that Tom Brady might be leaving the Patriots. I don't know about that. Like, I'm not gonna get into that, like, drama, whatever. Like, that's just stupid. I mean, come on. Tom Brady's not gonna leave the Patriots. I mean, let's just leave it at that. He'll either retire or he'll stay a Patriot. Like, come on, people. Like, I really don't think he will actually do that. If he does that, then he is a freaking moron. Because he will not thrive under another system. And that is a known fact. He will not thrive under another system. But I don't know. So the Steelers do have a relatively easy record next year, so that kind of, well, I mean, it also kind of concerns me too, because we play terrible against bad teams. So we'll see how that goes. I don't even know what's up here. Wait, what's up here? I don't even know what's up here. Let's see. Ugh, come on. But yeah, all in all, that's what it boils down to. And then I want to knock this guy off. Okay, I can't really do that without falling. So let's go ahead and see how this one goes. See if I can land on the target. And we're not even going to get close to it. But yeah. So Steelers could struggle next year, or they could thrive. But in the draft, you know, people will say, "Oh yeah, the Steelers should get Jalen Hurts," or like I've even had someone tell me they should get Kelly Bryant. Like, no, hell no. Like, Kelly Bryant is not, like, he's not that good. Not even in the slightest. Like, there's just some things that people need to understand, but you know what? Screw it. Oh, bullseye. Hell yeah, boy. Bullseye. But I just don't see a quarterback that really interests me in the draft. Jalen Hurts is not a consistent quarterback. He's not. He's not really much of a pocket passer, but I just don't trust him. I just don't. That's just me. People might think I'm stupid, but you know what? I'm right. Get over it. And Tua might be one of the best quarterbacks in the draft, but he's already going to be gone with the freaking Dolphins. But I mean, to be honest, he's a little high up on everybody's list. I mean, I just don't think he's that good either. Like, people need to realize, like, some of these quarterbacks they keep overhyping are just not that good. I mean, Joe Burrow is really good, but we don't know if he's actually going to be good in the NFL. I mean, let's just keep that real. I mean, he's great in college, but we don't know if he'll be good in the NFL. Because you never know these things. But people tend to overhype, and that's how it comes down to. Chase Young, I mean, who I think would be the biggest bust out of Chase Young and Joe Burrow. I think Chase Young is not that good. Like, people overhype him so badly. Like, I just don't think he's that good. Like, I've watched like some game film on. I just don't see what people see. I mean, yes, he's a sack monster, but I just don't freaking see him doing that in the league. If he does, well, you can come comment on my videos telling me, "Oh my God, you're an idiot. You were wrong." Okay, you know, I'm wrong sometimes. Everybody's wrong at some point. But I just don't think he's that good. And And if I'm gonna be honest, this wide receiver class is deep. Like, there is a lot of wide receivers that are just really good in this draft. You can genuinely wait till like the 5th round to get a receiver. Like, that's how deep it is. Like Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, Laviska Shenault, T. Higgins, I mean, Justin Jefferson. I mean, and those are just some that I just named. Like, there's a lot more. Well, Brandon Ayuk, I think the Steelers should probably try to get. I mean, he'll probably be gone by the end of the 2nd round. But because the Steelers don't need a wide receiver, particularly in the 2nd round, like maybe in the 5th round. I mean, I don't even know. But Ryan Switzer is not. He'll probably be gone next year. Sorry to say it to anybody who likes him. I mean, he's a good person. Like, I'll just say that. But he's not that great of a player. Let's just keep it simple. I mean, come on, like 5 yards per return is pretty fucking terrible. And his stat line is 8 catches for 26, 25, 27 yards. Like, that is not a good, that's just not good. That's not good enough to make the roster. It really isn't. And Johnny Holton has been a huge disappointment. I mean, he's a speed demon, but he really has not made a play. But in his defense, like they overthrow him a lot, but still. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Well, actually, I need to talk about anything else. I don't know if there's anything else. The Dolphins having 3 first-round picks. I mean, they'll probably take Tua with the first pick they have, and they'll probably take a running back, and they'll most likely take J.K. Dobbins with their 2nd or 3rd pick in the 1st round. So, but the thing is, I don't think the running back class is that deep this year. Like, it usually isn't. Like, there's usually not that many good running backs in drafts, but like, of course, you'll find this one like good draft that has that amazing running backs, but that's very rare though. But this year, I only see like 2 or less being taken in the 1st round, because I just don't know. I mean, J.K. Dobbins maybe, like, I mean, and Travis. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I don't know about Travis Etienne. I mean, he's pretty good and all, but I just don't know. I mean, we'll just have to see. But I really think J.K. Dobbins might be the best. I mean, he might be the best running back in this draft. Let's just leave it at that. And wide receiver wise, I really truly do think this is a deep class, and it could end up with like almost all of them being all pros within their 4th, 5th season. Like, they are just, it's just that deep. But you never know with a lot of stuff, and yeah, and I just don't know. And there's a question rolling around whether or not, like, Xavier Rhodes, I mean, Xavier Rhodes definitely didn't deserve to make the Pro Bowl. I mean, there's a lot of memes out there. Like, he really was not that good today. Like, his nickname, Rhodes Close. Nah, man, roads were open this year. You got burnt so fucking badly, and you're a fast corner. Like, I just don't know how you managed to allow that to happen. But it's all good at the hood, I guess. Like, Bud Dupree may have been the biggest snub, but shit, I don't know. And yeah, all in all, I mean, our defense is good. Our offense needs work. We need a tight end. Need an all, like we don't need a full offensive line. We just need like one or two players, like for the offensive line, like either like one in the offseason and draft one as well. Like we only have 5 picks total, like as of right now, like pending if we get a third round pick from Le'Veon Bell or not. Like I'm not entirely sure if we do or not. So we'll just have to see, and hopefully we do. And Dante Moncrief was the biggest disappointment out of all of them. And it's pretty clear and obvious that Steven Nelson was the best out of all of them that we've gotten in the offseason. Mark Barron was, I mean, he was as expected. I mean, I didn't expect much from him this year. I mean, he was just supposed to be a fill-in type player, but he made some plays here and there, but he also gave up plays. But all in all, he did what I expected him to do, which is not very good. So, and Steven Nelson proved me wrong tremendously. I thought he would be a terrible player because, you know, I just didn't think he was good with the Chiefs, but he's actually been a pretty good corner this year, and I was very impressed by how he played. And but the thing is, every time I hyped him up, he freaking just gave up a play. But none of them resulted in touchdowns, so let's just keep it at that. But yeah, man, there's a lot of things I just talked about. Like, dang, but. And the Panthers surrounding Cam Newton, what I think they should do is trade Cam Newton. I think they can get I think they can genuinely get a first round pick. And they could possibly get one from the Dolphins. It's possible. I mean, the Dolphins need a quarterback, but I don't know. I mean, they might be dead set on Tua. We don't know, but they probably are. I mean, ever since last year, people have been saying the Dolphins are going to tank for Tua. It's weird. So, yeah, that's all it comes down to right there. And I genuinely think that Cam Newton will probably end up getting traded. Like, Cam Newton's not a bad player by any means. He just makes too many bad mistakes or bad reads, but all in all, he's not a terrible player. But people saying Cam Newton will make the Hall of Fame are just ridiculous. He won't even touch the Hall of Fame. And I've actually done a lot of thinking lately on whether or not Eli Manning will make the Hall of Fame. This is the argument that gets me here. I mean, a 500 record and the interception to touchdown ratio is very fucking terrible. That this is like what you'd see in the 70s, basically, which is actually, I mean, it's good if you were in the 70s because not many quarterbacks back then actually had good touchdown interception ratios. All in all, that's just how it is. And I don't think Eli Manning will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but I think he'll eventually make it. I just don't think he'll be a first ballot just because of that reason. I mean, a 2-time Super Bowl champion, I just don't think it's all because I just don't think it's all because of him. I mean, maybe the 2007 one I'll give it to him, but the other one I just wouldn't give him that credit for that second one. But I mean, the fact that he broke that sack in that Super Bowl, that's insane. But Tyree made that play as well. So, people could disagree with me. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I mean, that's how I think of it. But yeah, the Panthers definitely need to trade Cam Newton and possibly draft a quarterback, because Will Grier is not a good player. I thought he was going to be decent, but I mean, people are going to say, "Oh my God, it's too early." Come on. Will Grier will never be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And I'm gonna say I say that with a lot. Like I genuinely think he won't. If he does, I will legitimately freaking buy a Will Grier jersey. If he could be a legitimately start, like he can, if he legitimately becomes like the next Drew Brees or the next Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, like I will genuinely buy a freaking Will Grier jersey, but I know it's not gonna happen. So let's just say that. I just don't think he'll be a starter, but I think they should trade Cam Newton, hopefully get at least a second round pick, but they're most likely looking for a first. So they gotta hope for that. Oh my god, get out of that, bro. Okay. Oh my goodness. Jeez, sorry about that. Yeah, Bengals, they've had a lot of bad luck in these drafts. I mean, they've made some pretty dumb decisions in the draft as well, but I mean, this is clear cut. They got to take Joe Burrow, and what they do with Andy Dalton, I don't know. Like, I don't remember if his contract is up or if his contract is still going for another year. And if it is, then trade him. If this was his last year on his contract, then just let him go under free agency. I didn't really look too much into that. I looked more into the other stuff than this, but I mean, let's just be frank. Since I don't know about it, obviously I don't give a shit about the Bengals, but you know that's how it is. And the Ravens, I fucking told you so. You're not gonna fucking do anything in the playoffs with Lamar Jackson at quarterback. He is not a legit playoff quarterback. You guys are saying, "Oh my god, it's only 2 games." Well, you may be right, but he's not a like clutch quarterback. He's not someone you want in the clutch. He's not. He's only good when he's ahead. That's it. If your team can get ahead, he's golden. But when he gets down by 10 plus points, he 9 times out of 10 he's not going to win the game. He won't. Cuz he's not that good. Like I've been saying it all year and I will keep saying it. He is not that good. He is a running quarterback. He is he's not even a Russell Wilson to me. I genuinely think Russell Wilson is a 10 times better quarterback than he is. But, yep, he should win MVP because, you know, he's got 1,000 rushing yards and, 4,000, 5,000 passing yards. I don't even know how. Actually, I think he only has 3,000. But he does have a lot of passing touchdowns, and people like to say that. But then again, most of his touchdowns were about 5 yards. So it's fucking whatever. And the thing is, Ravens fans need to understand this. Yes, Lamar Jackson is good, but he's just not that quarterback that you want. I don't even want him. People say he's not fair. Well, people even told me, nah, the Titans aren't gonna, people have told me 1,000 times the Ravens are not gonna get stopped in the playoffs, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. Well, I was right, they aren't gonna win the Super Bowl, they're gonna be a one and done like they always will be. With Lamar Jackson, I mean, to be honest, I think Joe Flacco is a better quarterback than him. You can laugh at me all you want, but playoff-wise, Joe Flacco is an amazing quarterback in the playoffs. And you can't even deny that. So, let's leave it at that. And And the Browns, I was 100% right about. They were not going to make the playoffs. Not even close. And everybody thought I was an idiot for saying that. Well, all you haters can suck my dick. Because I was right, you were wrong, get the fuck out of here. Like, if you follow the Browns for like a very long time, like there are some Browns fans that even knew that was gonna happen. So, I mean, if you were a true Browns fan, you wouldn't have got that hyped. Cause you know how it always ends. You get a hyped like quarterback, you end up getting a lot of free agents. This is the first time that that's actually happened in a while, but all in all, you would think they would actually do something this year. Nah, they didn't even get close to the playoffs. They actually finished with a worse record than they did last year, which is pretty freaking sad. But you know, it is what it is. But as a Steelers fan, I'm a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, I'm kind of proud that we even got in the situation to even try to make the playoffs. I mean, being 1-3, like, is definitely demoralizing, and actually being 0-3 and then 1-4. So it is not the best start you want to see, and you would think that with that happening, that the season's over. I genuinely did think the season was over. I did. I'll be honest. Like, and to be frank, I mean, it kind of was. I mean, because we didn't make the playoffs, but it wasn't genuinely over at that time. If we would have won against the Bills and the Jets, we would have made the playoffs, but nope, we fucked around and lost, so that's all I could say. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please give it a thumbs up, and I hope you guys could share it to your friends, and shebang.